Hey everyone, welcome back to another lesson with me. Hey, it's been a minute. I had to take a break. I was busy, y'all. End of the school year, I had a recital. I was writing a lot of music, but the school year is finished. So happy summer to you. I hope you are doing well. And hey, did you miss me? Did you miss me a little bit at least? Come on. I am back, and I got some exciting news. I'm starting back up lessons for the summer, so I'll put the link down below. I'm also going to be doing some group lessons and also putting out some more really helpful tools and handouts and play-alongs and all kinds of stuff. So stay tuned for that. Also, some gear. I got some gear coming. So if that interests you, then you definitely want to stay tuned for that stuff. But today I'm here to admit that I was wrong. I made a mistake, and I've said this, and I've kind of taught like this, saying this thing for a long time, and it occurred to me listening to some records, I realized I've been saying the wrong thing. So if you guys are ready for me to admit my mistake and find out exactly what the heck I'm talking about, then you need to let me know by, if you forgot, I'm going to remind you how to do this, okay? So if you guys are ready, are you ready? Are you guys ready? Are you ready back there? Are you ready? You know I'm ready. This week I'm ready. I wasn't ready the last few weeks. I'm ready now. So if you guys are ready, then let's go! All right, so as the title states, I was totally wrong about this really important drum technique, and more specifically, this important jazz technique. Hint, hint. Okay, maybe that's not a great hint. I'm going to give you a better hint. You know what it is? It's the left hand. It's the comping. Something that I've been saying over the years that I realize is not exactly right, it's partially right, is that your left hand, your snare drum sound, and your overall volume should be underneath your ride cymbal. And while that is mostly true, and that will sound like this. By the way, I'm going to be using my melodic comping etudes. You need to check that out if you haven't already, the blues form. This is some great comping language if you're looking to up your level in your comping. I use it all the time just to practice. And it's great for independence, but also great in adding a lot to your vocabulary for your comping. So just playing number one, instead of playing it like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Right? I've been practicing it actually at a much higher volume in the left hand. And that will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And, you know, I'm personally not used to that, but it's something that I'm going to actually start employing more, is just playing a lot more with more volume and conviction in the left hand, because something that somebody I study with, the great Kenny Washington, talks about is when you're playing a rudiment, you work on your rudiment so that you can build even hands. You want your hands to be even. So you don't want your right hand to be stronger than your left, and vice versa. And so when we play a paradiddle, right, in that case, the left hand is just playing one note, but then we reverse it because we need to even it out. So that's the beauty of rudiments, is that it assures that our hands are even, right? So the same concept goes into playing ride cymbal and snare drum. And this is a great rudiment to practice this, right? So the paradiddle diddle, right? Those of you who know that the ride cymbal beat, right, the classic ride cymbal beat, is built into this rudiment. So it sounds like this. Or if you start it on beat 2 or 4, 1, 2, 3, 1. And then isolate your right hand then move that to the ride cymbal. Now, I'm going to play my left hand. Instead of playing it quiet like I always teach, I'm going to play it stronger. So instead of doing this, I'm going to play it here. You hear it? So I'm going to do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. Now I'll play it louder. Ah! You see it? So playing it a little louder actually makes it sound fuller overall. It gives you a much fuller sound than if you play it quieter. I'm not trying to say that you should always play it at that volume. You definitely still want a range of volumes that you're playing at. However, I think a lot of drummers, especially when they play jazz, tend to, well, one thing that a lot of drummers are guilty of when we play jazz is just playing a lot of notes in the left hand. And then, furthermore, they're not playing strong enough, so it's not really having an effect. And they're not paying attention to the feel or the actual language they're playing. So playing your left hand stronger is going to get you to pay attention to your left hand more. Right? And when you listen to somebody like Philly Joe or Art Taylor or Lewis Hayes, any of the great ones, you really hear that snare drum. So that's what I'm admitting to you, that I've been totally wrong about this important drum technique, and, well, partially wrong, okay? I'm not going to completely indict myself, but it's kind of opened up some things for me, and I personally will be practicing this in this way moving forward, and I hope you will too. And if you, like I said, if you haven't checked out the melodic comping etudes, I think many of you will find them helpful. All right? So that's it today. Simple, short, sweet, and hopefully useful. All right? Till the next time, you know what to do. Practice hard, but practice smart. Take care. Bye-bye.